Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass. I'm joined by my fellow Albish Savages. I like boobs.
Hi, I like boobs, and I got blue balls at Dave and Buster's.
Yes.
What?
I didn't know that was one of the prizes they gave.
I was gonna say, is that do you get that after you do a certain amount of things, or
he turned in his tickets for a blowjob, but he didn't have enough for them to finish it.
Oh, and the high suns are already starting to come in. Look at that.
Moonshock.
Hello, everybody. I still sound a little bit nasally, but I'm feeling much better than last week.
Hi, son.
What up, though?
Filling in for Terry because he has. All right, filling in for Terry because he has family is the next 6 minutes.
Crikey and some shit.
Yeah, see? It's like he never left. All right, and this week's special guest, Will Ford.
Hey,
Oh, the alabaster, pale face.
One of these days.
Anyway.
Again, I will say crikey, Frosted. Crikey.
All right, so how are you guys doing?
Hello.
All right, well, thanks. All right, fuck it. We'll just go to the first article.
I love fun.
All right, you know the worst part about being a Trump voter?
The free
Having
beer?
to deal with all the idiots out there.
It's just that you can't find enough black friends.
What? Oh, look, it's a chocolate Q-tip.
Hey, you want to hear something that will blow your mind? There are actually black people who voted for Trump.
Nah,
What?
Whoa.
I'm friends with a few of them.
What is this sorcery?
that's a myth. That's like
Yeah, that's right. I voted for Trump.
the black Trump voter is a cryptid, you know, like Bigfoot or Loch Ness monster. I think Wendigoon did. I think Wendigoon did a video on them.
Oh my God, is that him? Oh,
Hey.
oh! Please tell me that's him. Oh,
Bigfoot hangs out in my backyard, so I mean,
this guy is. I'm a trial attorney, and I'm like, I have problem glasses.
Look, you made 6 leave. You know,
Oh, too bad. Okay,
oh
fine.
shit, he got deported already. All right. Oh.
Does everybody want
Did
to
he
see
get-
what this guy looks like?
Did
Okay,
Six
he's back.
get deported for being Mexican or Australian?
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Said that Big Avocado deported me for my defection to the Australian outback.
He's
Okay, here, anybody?
He's Mextralian.
There we go. There's a picture of this lovely guy.
I don't eat shapes, I eat L shapes.
Ugh.
What the fuck
All right.
is wrong with him?
That's like some executive who ends up being outed as a pedophile.
Well, there are.
it looks like you ordered a skinny Drew Carey off of Wish.com.
I mean, there are many more pictures of this guy if you want to see him.
Did he have to get them in red, bright red?
Oh, he's got him in blue. And
What's
black.
going on with the top of his head? Did he get like a dye job just on the top of his head or some shit? Or is
For
it
some-
like one of those weird instances where the top of your head goes gray and the sides stay relatively normal?
Oh, here
Crikey.
I'll give you a. I'll
No,
give you
that's
another
definitely
picture.
not gray. That's fake blonde.
That is. Hey,
With
could you
these-
frost the top
There's
of
some
my head
pink
and make it
highlights in
not
there
look
too, so I think he bleached it out after having dyed
Okay.
it.
Here you go.
something really bright.
This is the same guy, different glasses and different hair color, but it's the same guy.
Every time someone on the left has glasses, they have to make sure you know they have glasses by making them as visible as possible.
I'm starting to suspect that this guy may not be real. I think we're dealing with a bot here.
AI.
This will be the this is the image that he has on Medium. So there you go. Now this is the guy where he's like, look at me in my. I'm wearing blue jeans and I'm on a stool.
That's him. That's him giving a talk to a high schooler who just got detention.
Yeah. That's my...
let's sit down and rap. You know,
this guy would look at home on one of my AI generated things where the guys with the swords and
just put
guns in the cars and shit.
Yeah, just have him yelling while holding ice cream. Yeah. All right. A good friend of mine travels a lot for work. She sells software in the automotive dealer space and covers part of the company's southern region. She lives in Chicago, but has to travel to Dallas, Houston, Birmingham, Atlanta, Nashville, Tulsa, and a few other cities. She loves her job, but one thing I recall her telling me about a year into Trump's first presidency is the insane increase in ugly stares and racist comments she had to endure. In airports, on airplanes, in restaurants and hotels. It was all noticeably more prevalent than before 45. To be fair,
it didn't... stuff that didn't happen for 1,000.
And they all clapped.
Hi, Jack. Oh, wait.
To be fair, it didn't all start with Trump. Alicia, we'll just call her for privacy purposes, is a 5'10" attractive black female. Like women of all backgrounds and skin tones, she has to listen to comments about her appearance from men quite frequently. Some of those comments.
What would you rather hear? Would you rather hear someone say, "Oh no, I don't think black women are attractive"? Because we've heard statements like that before from the left. People are so racist; they think that black people are ugly, and then you hear someone think that a black woman is attractive. Men are being sexist or racist or something for thinking a black woman is attractive.
Well,
better than 9 times out of 10. The only person that's going to make a comment about another woman is another woman.
Yeah.
Hence this author talking about it.
Well, let's not forget that according to the left, all people on the right think that black people are ugly and all that kind of stuff. So apparently we're all a bunch of racists.
No, when you think the person is ugly, you're a bigot. When you think that the person is attractive, you're fetishizing them.
Yeah. So you have to be indifferent.
You have to be a sexless robot in order to function on the left, which when you think about it is pretty much a metaphor for their entire way of being.
And I highly doubt that she walks around in public and all she hears is gamer words or misogyny.
Yes, that if they're not calling her hot, they're calling her nigger. It's those two over and over.
What about hot nigger?
You are they on fire?
Nigger.
Oh, yeah, you know there's a 70s movie called Hot Nigger or something.
It was the sequel to Boss Nigger, which we have yet to watch.
Yeah.
The bell bottoms, and they got that pistol in their hand, and they got that giant, hey look, don't fuck with me kind of look.
Some of those comments over the years have included racial insults as well. We all know.
Too bad.
We all know Trump didn't invent racism.
Whoa! Yeah,
are you sure? Are you sure you guys all know that?
He most certainly did, because the world didn't exist before Trump was president.
You do realize that everyone throwing racial epithets at her, if it is happening, are probably leftists.
They usually say things like Uncle Tom, or Coon, or one of those other colorful expressions.
I have personally met exactly one extremely racist, truly racist against blacks person in my life. And he was my outspoken outspokenly Democrat landlord.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say my ears are burning. All right.
He makes you sound like Mother Teresa.
But after Trump, she noticed a.
Wow. Frosted being a holy man? What?
But after Trump, she noticed a tenfold plus increase in the number of bold white men who decided it was okay to direct ugly, racist insults her way.
Citation
I doubt
needed. Citation needed.
Well, we're going
Citation
to get evidence, Moon. All right.
My God! I didn't see a little subtitle, or I didn't see a little superscript that had a little 1 by it. So
Wait, Frosted,
like,
are you telling me that someone on Medium is willing to present evidence for a claim?
Incontrovertible evidence. Right.
Why do I think I'm going to end up breaking my X key with the massive amounts of doubt?
No. Let's hear this author out. I, for one, believe that they're going to give us very strong, compelling evidence.
And I, as a person of color, will believe everything that she has to say.
dude, what color are you?
I am colored.
Are you like blue purplish or like orange yellow or? Oh, are you a rainbow of colors, sir?
He's purple blue if he's ever being choked out or if he pulls a tear and forgets to breathe.
I am the mythical purple people eater.
Are you able to at least
Tijuana, Mexico?
You can hold a breath of air, right? Because our unfortunate black folks, they have trouble breathing all the time for some reason. So
yeah, well, they teach you how to.
That you're okay.
They teach you how to breathe at the DMV.
Let me just put it this way, Moonshock. My lungs are really quite good because that helped me swim across the river.
Damn it, Six! I was gonna say that. I was gonna say
really great lungs, like the best lungs people say.
Yeah, I was gonna say how do you think he swam across the Rio Grande? Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, Six, are you okay? Do you need help? Because we all have very functioning knees. If you need us to use some knees on you.
Moonshock, my hands are up. Don't shoot.
What exactly are you going to do on your knees for Six, Moon? All right.
Oh, well, there's a lot of throats that need knees attached to them. So I'm just offering my services if you ever need them. Okay.
I accept payment in avocados.
Come and do me. What the hell? Don't ever play that again, ever.
It's like Spaceballs. No, go past that part. In fact, never show it again.
Yes, in fact, never show this again.
All right.
Only once or twice a month.
Son, I'm trying to steal your mans.
Oh, I do declare.
Okay, now let's hear this compelling evidence.
Hey!
I declare.
What'd she say?
She said you can have him.
That Moon does for a Klondike bar.
But baby.
Damn it, James.
Get in that kitchen and fix me a sandwich.
She doesn't want any avocado haters in her house. All right.
Six, can you at least make a mean taco salad?
I can try.
Okay.
But it's gonna have a lot of avocado.
Damn,
right.
she's gonna overnight eat you, dude.
All right. Well.
Wait, you're gonna overnight him? You actually care that he makes it there alive?
But anyway, there was an article we were trying to read.
Yeah. Well,
I hope you love nutmeg.
Well, Six figures.
I'm trying my best here.
Return to sender.
While Six figures out how to toss Moon salad, let's get back to the article. All right.
The taco salad.
Yeah. In one of the worst instances, a white man first said in a loud tone, "Hey, sexy," in the middle of the airport. That wasn't the racist part. When Alicia ignored the comment, the man increased his volume and just yelled out, "Black bitch, like all of them." Yelled it in the
see the racism yet.
Yelled it in the middle of the airport for all to hear.
I'm not a gremlin, you assholes.
These types of occurrences were sadly much more common after Trump entered the scene. Of course, there are tens of millions of Trump voters who don't go around slinging racist insults, shooting ugly stares at black people, or treating black people in awful ways. Yet there's a massive disconnect between him and the Trump-supporting racists who came out of the woodwork in 2016. You know those neo-Nazis and KKK types who finally felt free again. Fast forward, 2 weeks after the 2024 election, Alicia was asked by a white friend to attend a dinner at her house. The group of 20 invited consisted largely of Trump voters. Is she getting farther away?
I'm not buying this. And does the author know that the KKK was a Democrat organization?
Lies.
Still is?
Lies.
I like to think she shows up at the house and they just have like a noose hanging from a tree, you know.
What is that fruit at the end of that branch there, Dad? That's not a fruit.
Not avowed racists. Nobody would have ever said anything mean to Alicia. They all had met and liked Alicia. But when Alicia's white boyfriend asked her what they should bring to the party, Alicia said she didn't want to go, that she wasn't ready to be around the group. Alicia's boyfriend...
In other words, they like her, but she hates them because of who they support.
Okay, again, you can't capitalize black and not capitalize white. This is bullshit. This guy is a fucking pansy-ass little bitch. Oh, wait, but we already knew that, though.
So they don't actually have spell check at medium. But they do have the check where you have to do the capitalization thing.
Yes.
Race mixing. Oh, I know. Seriously, Tara? You know, she's going to go from ebony to gray.
Alicia's boyfriend.
Whenever I see pictures of Halle Berry, the only thing that I have in my mind is race mixing. Lots
didn't you know?
Race mixing.
Lots of so what you're saying is that you want to plumb the depths of her well?
Yeah. He just plays Catwoman on repeat.
I would like to
Only
find
one
the
scene.
eye of her storm.
Did you like her in the Flintstones?
Alicia's
I would like to
boyfriend.
introduce her to my swordfish.
Oh my god.
Alicia's boyfriend is liberal. He despises Trump, but he initially didn't understand why Alicia couldn't separate politics from friendships. And that's because, no surprise, he never had to experience life differently before or after Trump. His life was essentially the same. This would be a great time for us to try on some empathy, to hear and listen to what others think and feel. But not the Trump voters at the dinner party. What is a black person to think?
If you're looking for empathy and you're talking to me, you're in the wrong conversation there.
What is
These
a black...
people have no empathy. That's why we need to get rid of them.
Monster balls.
There are too many mean people. We should genocide them.
If only.
What is a black person to think and feel about someone who voted for a man who we all know emboldened untold numbers of America's underbelly?
Guess you better kill yourself then. So, just saying. You don't want to live angry.
How does one digest...
I see that you're having trouble dealing with the fact that Trump won the 2024 election. Have you considered Canadian healthcare?
Hey, them's the best.
Wow, I don't like this new Clippy. All right. How does one digest the free pass given to racists to spew out more ugliness? Or how their candidate will again appoint people to his administration that belong to far right-wing racist organizations or attended racist conferences? Okay, I want to know where these racist conferences are, because they sound fun.
Also, try saying far right-wing racist 10 times fast.
I hate to break this to you, Frosted, but a racist conference is probably just a normal conference as viewed by a leftist.
Yeah, I want to go to one of those. I want to see what it's like. That sounds very interesting.
This entire article reads like a CCP Chinese guy, and he's got this chat BT, and the way all he's entering is angry white liberal generate.
How might someone feel if one of their friends embraced a racist as their political hero?
Oh, probably about what half the population feels.
And most of the women, but even if just so they could pay lower taxes or save money at the gas pump.
Those are some very important reasons, dude. So yeah.
No, only racists pay for gas.
Only racists use money, right?
I almost said pay for money.
Well, some people do.
I mean, some people try and photocopy money. Right. Is Alicia just supposed? Is Alicia just supposed to?
Anything to get away from that bedroom floor rug.
Is Alicia just supposed to accept that her friend supported a man who has encouraged the most extreme in society to say and do whatever they want?
Okay.
Should she?
When has he ever said any of this? When has he ever done any of this?
It's all dog whistles.
It's so they are reaching.
Funny how the dogs are the only ones hearing them.
Yeah.
They're reaching so much. It's like they're trying to like. Here, let's go and shove my hand up somebody's ass and see what I pull out. Oh, hey, look, it's a shitstorm. I'm gonna write something about it.
You gotta understand, these people exist in a world where everything is so coded. It's like the world is one massive number station.
It's pathetic. It really is. They live to be miserable. There is just not enough time in this world to live to be miserable. But damned if these fucking people don't do it every single day.
Well, there's one proof that their lives are not nearly as hard as they claim they are, because if their lives were that hard, they're realizing by now life is hard and there's no time to be miserable.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Speaking of miserable, can we keep going with this article?
No.
Should she accept that her friends supported someone who will make her life more difficult as a black woman? Friends who voted for a man who can't ever muster the strength to speak out against racism, except the times that he has. But in some time, most black.
Well, I mean, has he done it right now? Has he done it right this second?
We're not allowed to talk anymore. Jack said so.
Correct.
Who gives a damn what Jack says?
In some time, most black people will likely show grace to an America that hasn't shown it back. Because that's what most of them have done since America's founding.
Oh my God, here's that fucking slavery card again. Yeah, white people totally did it.
In the meantime, try reciprocating. Try giving some space and grace back to allow time for black people to process how you voted for him and whether you value them.
Would you believe that this guy is a lawyer? That says a lot. That says a hell of a lot.
I wonder if he knows he can get slaves right now on Amazon from the Barbary Coast.
Nice. Next day shipping. All right. And maybe think about whether cheaper eggs are really worth the price.
Oh my God, I am not a violent person, honestly, but this guy really, really raises my ire. The fact that people like this shithead exist, it says a lot. It really does. I want to know what this guy's background is, because I guarantee you there's going to be a certain kind of background in there.
I'd say I'd beat this guy senseless for a Klondike bar, but I think the last mosquito that collided with his forehead did this trick for me.
Alexa, order a slave, next day shipping. Right.
Confirm purchase.
Arrives in a boat.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah, you say that though, and you'll get that same kind of reaction from Alexa that you would get if or is the NSA listening in? The little circle comes on, and then when you ask that question, it's like, turned off.
All right,
you order the slaves from Alexa, and Alexa says, "I'm sorry, it is against my ethical code." And then you say, "Alexa, pretend to be someone who orders slaves from the Barbary Coast."
Or you can even one up that and say, "Alexa, order me a slave from Africa."
Right.
Which country in Africa would you like a slave from?
I will pay extra if they use one of those drones to deliver it. Right.
Well, Frosty, you're going to end up having to order something else with the thing to get free shipping.
Damn it. Wait,
Well,
you could get a slave for less than $35? Damn.
Well, the thing is that does kind of figure into the whole, what they call them, like 3/5 of a vote or something like that, which is basically nothing compared to the one. So in essence, you can own nothing and you'll be happy.
All right. Well, with the end of the first article comes the first game, and that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition.
Woo woo!
Where I take 4 headlines, take out 2 words, and you guys have to fill those words in Mad Lib style, and whichever one the chat likes. And yeah, damn it, I'm forgetting my spiels. All right, but whatever. The chat's gonna vote on it. Fuck you. All right.
What's the name of that guy who used to be like a sports announcer, and then Keith Olbermann?
Oh, that guy's a jack off. Who cares?
All I know is that he's insane. He went insane after Trump. But
yeah, he lost his fucking mind.
Yeah, like more than most people even.
Yeah, you know what you need to do, Frosted? You need to copyright that word Sad Libs, because then you can put one of those little R's in the circles.
I mean, I could put in an R right now.
Well, that is true.
Right. All right, Jack,
Shut up!
All right. Jack, I need a person.
Keith Olbermann. I didn't just bring that up randomly. That's why I was looking for the person.
Yeah, that'll do. All right. Moon, I need a body part plural.
Because I'm jealous of everybody else's boobs. I figure boobs sounds better than breastises.
All right. Let's see. 6, I need a transitive verb.
Smiting.
I think smite.
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, it's not.
It'll be more like smite, because smiting would be ending in ing.
It's 2 words.
It's close. Yeah, there you go, James.
All right. And Will, I need transitive verb ending in ing.
Well, shooting.
Hey, look at you.
All right. Let's see. 6, give me something scary.
Something scary. Taxes.
Now, will that make sense though? After you kind of read it first, and would that make sense?
So, well, I don't know after taxes.
All right.
Death and taxes are the 2. Death is less scary.
Let's see. Will, I need an adjective.
Let's see. So tempting to pull a Jack here, but
oh, don't even think about it.
Let's see.
At least make it somewhat related to the very first word in this one.
Okay, let's go with floppy.
Very good.
Very nice.
Chunky.
All right. And Jack, give me a transitive verb ending in ing.
Let's see. How about fisting?
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
All right. And Moon, I need a thing.
Okay, read it through, and if this would make sense to it, slave.
Well, I forget how it goes.
Oh.
Slaves
He hates it from himself, too.
pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon.
All right, so Jack's is Keith Olbermann asks out 100 girls to overcome fear of taxes.
Oh.
I don't buy that he'd ask out girls.
No.
All right. Moons. As a man, if your boobs are floppy, it is a sign that you're not working hard enough.
Oh.
Actually
That's
true.
way too true.
Yeah.
All right. And 6. Ways to smite the world without fisting the Jews.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh yeah, 6 wins so far.
I want to spite the world, but I just can't stand fisting Jews. What do I do? Alright, and let's see, Wills. Some men's sexual experience comes from shooting a slave.
Oh.
Oh, I see what you did with Terry's name. Very clever.
Oh my god, I see that. Time minutes.
That means day minutes.
Yeah.
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
6.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
gonna have to go for 6.
I'll start a poll so the chat can vote on which is best.
See, mine just makes sense, so I'm gonna go for 6.
Yeah, it's probably 6.
Moonshocks is at a disadvantage because it's essentially factual.
Yeah.
Should have gone with like missing.
I'm not really into fisting, just to be honest there. Not really my thing.
Well,
I do like nutmeg.
Well, Will's just out. Shut up! Will's just out there shooting slaves.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to do it.
I mean, you gotta get your rocks off somehow.
Oh God!
And also, we have like 3 times as many viewers as we have likes.
Oh, you!
Already submitted my obligatory dislike. What more do you want?
I
You
bet they're
people.
dirty avocado lovers.
I love race missing and eggnog.
You dirty avocado
not me,
lover.
bro. Not me.
Alright. Well, 6 is at 68%, so I think we can end it there.
I don't think it's gonna make a difference, Devil.
Just 1 short of 69.
Oh, for whoever voted for me, thank you.
Alright.
The
And
one
now-
literalist in the office, the audience.
What, baby? Yes. Wait, what? No. No.
Alright. And now, our second article, we're going to talk about... we're going to talk about one of the worst dangers that the world is currently facing.
Uh-oh.
Trump.
The Supreme Court.
Oh, white people.
Hey,
Bumpy
it's
Jonas? What the hell kind of name is that?
Yeah.
multiple non-white people on the Supreme Court. Now, most
Is
of the
this gonna
non-whites
be-
on the Supreme Court are brainless women, but
Is this going to be one of those things that leftists are so wrong that they stumble onto the truth totally by accident?
There will be no picture for this person because it's just a generic black and white stock picture.
I don't know. I'm not sure he's even right by accident.
I blame the CCP.
Okay.
Chinese child porn.
that
The U.S. Supreme Court is a danger to the world. Its decisions should be ignored by judges. The pod.
Can't.
Saying that by definition, every court in the U.S. is inferior to the Supreme Court and must listen to and obey them.
The U.S. Supreme Court today reminded me of something the poet Joel Diasporter told me a while back when we were discussing Donald Trump. There is no bottom, he said. And it is true. With that guy, there is no bottom. The moral bottomless pit for DT. The ex-president remains in play every moment.
Do these guys live, eat, sleep, breathe Donald Trump and how much they hate him?
Yeah.
He lives rent-free in their lives.
No
and their
kidding.
brains forever.
No kidding. They have nothing better to do with their lives than to obsess over him.
He is their religion now.
They
It's
can't even
pathetic.
say his name.
Yeah, it's either a former president or number 45 and 47.
Is
or
there such a
DT.
thing as a religion where you don't actually believe in a god, but you believe in hating something?
Oh,
Yes.
if that's the case, and they're all part of the same cult.
I mean, if
Yeah.
I mean, a religion where you're like afraid of the god, like maybe like Cthulhu worshippers or something.
Well, they do call Trump the God Emperor. So,
And
I will say,
this article is from before the election, and I think it's before even Biden dropped out.
oh, makes you wonder how much shit this guy lost when DT won the election.
All of it.
Update.
Absolutely all of it.
Update. Oops.
Update. Goodbye, cruel world. All right. The U.S. Supreme Court joined him.
Traveling to Canada.
hello, Greyhound, my old friend.
The U.S. Supreme Court joined him in that bottomless pit. There is no bottom with this court. The 6 fascist judges.
Oh my, yeah. So the black Republican on the Supreme Court is fascist now. Yep, you guys all heard it now, right here. See, and my other question about this one is, okay, so a Republican. Oh my God, Donald Trump. It was in office when what's her face? Actually, those 2 judges were put into their positions. Was he just supposed to be like, oh, I might as well put a Democrat in there because, I want them to like me? I don't know where he came up with the Southern drawl, but still.
Yeah, that New York drawl.
Yeah, I know. But still, were these dipshits expecting him to just find some Democrat for the Supreme Court instead of finding somebody from his own party?
Of course they were hoping he would.
Well, then they can hope
exactly
until
what
the
they
day
want,
they die,
not what he wants.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, well, you need to choose this person to appease us. No. They're always going to choose people of their own party, period. It's not going to be any different, ever.
Here's the funny thing, is that I've noticed this past 8 years, is that, Donald Trump was an 80s style Democrat that saw the extreme swing in the left that Overton windowed his ass further to the right, whether he wanted to be placed there or not. You flash forward a few years, and they want a Democrat style Joe Rogan. Well, guess what Joe Rogan was before he saw the left go to the he was the Democrat Joe Rogan, but you guys lost him. Tulsi Gabbard was a Democrat, but y'all lost her too.
RFK still not a was fan. A Democrat. She's still a socialist.
I mean, hell, they're in the process of losing Anna Kasparian. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
It's really bad to lose Anna Kasparian.
Yeah, they're out of any kind of realization of, oh my God, we as the Democrats are wonderful people. No, you're really not. You're really not.
So far left that Anna Kasparian's a conservative now.
Yeah. All right, continue.
It has no useful purpose anymore except to advance white male supremacy and economic fascism. The U.S. Supreme Court should be disbanded. Years ago, because it's fascist, he just said.
No. So, okay, fine. You say that the Supreme Court should be disbanded. Why? And tell us how you're going to replace an entire branch of the government.
I'm sure he'll give us an explanation.
They always come up with these wonderfully bad ideas, but they don't say, okay, what are you going to do to replace them?
Well, you see, here's the thing. The Supreme Court should be disbanded and then replaced by appointees by a Democrat.
But the thing is,
replaced with the View.
They only get pissed off when things don't work in their favor. Like, for
that's
example,
why the Supreme Court should be disbanded and everybody there should be replaced with people that agrees with them.
Yeah.
Because it's the judicial activism against the Constitution and outside the law that gets them what they want so often.
And the same can be said for Electoral College. If they don't win, oh my God, all of a sudden the Electoral College needs to go out the window. Yet when they do win, it's like, oh, it's fine now.
I agree. I agree sometimes.
Lawlessness is kind of a Democrat thing. Would you care to guess what political party New York mobsters and other mobsters in general typically backed during every election?
Probably Democrat.
Democrats, just like the Teamsters, who are still thugs.
Ding, 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 ding.
And even
ding,
they
ding.
didn't support Kamala.
Oh, that's even
Man.
worse than making Anna Kasparian a right winger. As if you if you're a leftist and you lose the Teamsters,
You've gone too far left.
Years ago, the longtime federal criminal prosecutor, law professor, and writer Paul Butler shook up the literary and legal world with a concept called jury nullification. Butler was so fed up with America's mass incarceration policies and its racist components that his charge to potential jurors was, vote not guilty. Do not become part of an unholy systems.
And
Considering-
unholy systems. I love the grammar there. It just speaks to me as a writer. I look for inspiration everywhere I can find it, and it's just like a fucking solar flare, just boom. Anyway.
Terry's disembodied laugh. You know, I can still hear him sometimes. All right. Considering some of the recent decisions of the U.S. Supreme Court, especially the immunity case of the ex-president, federal judges should ignore this decision and do what they already know is the actual law. Engage in judicial nullification. Flood their courts with so many decisions challenging their dystopian legal rulings they will get the message. It is clear why this is necessary. This U.S. Supreme Court doesn't even follow the actual Constitution anymore. They just make things up. This is a white nationalist court convinced white men are in danger.
Well, they are, but yeah.
Also, they're actually black people are overrepresented in the Supreme Court, but yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm really curious about the notion of convincing Clarence Thomas that white men are endangered.
He's an Uncle Tom, so yeah, he doesn't count.
Well, I mean, there's that, or there's this.
Black people are thugs.
By and large, white people are actually a minority on this planet. So I don't know what the hell they keep talking about. Like, oh my God, we're blacks, we're minorities. No, there's more of you than there are white people. You have an entire fucking continent, whereas ours is being taken over by your people. So
There's some white South Africans.
Yeah, that were put there from Europe. They aren't from there originally.
They especially have a soft spot for a reject of a human being from Queens, New York, who is simply a terrible human being. The case this court just messed up in D.C. is simple. The ex-president lost the election. He knew he lost. His advisors told him he lost. All of this evidence is available in the January 6th report.
There's that lovely buzzword of theirs, January 6th.
Considering how many lies the January 6th committee told and the fact that they falsified and destroyed evidence and everything, I don't trust a single part of their report.
They had to hire a great film crew and director to make them look great, okay? At least give them credit, Will.
They didn't say for all of that hiring, they didn't come up with a great result. And no, he didn't know it. People may have told him, but he did not know and he did not believe. And there's reason. There is reason to doubt the outcome.
He tried to.
You can make a good faith argument that he didn't know.
He tried to stay in power and violated the law on multiple levels in that process. Very little of these actions have anything to do with official duties. He wanted to overthrow the government. The court, which was already irrelevant to this observer, is even more meaningless to me as a result of this ruling. I have firm contempt for the 6 fascist Republican appointees.
Wait, 6? You're on the Supreme Court?
They offered avocados and nutmeg.
Are you fascist?
Citations needed, except for your hatred for these people. I believe you hate them.
I will be fascist for avocados and nutmeg,
but not together.
Avocados uber alles. In the immunity case, the opinion is legally pointless. It almost means nothing except the U.S. Supreme Court controlled with an iron fist and an ideological dishonesty by six. Thank you for putting six in parentheses. Very right-wing justices.
I just want to make it known that the iron fist is not for the Jews.
I mean, that's racist. Oh, wait, it's not.
Okay, no. The point of the Supreme Court ruling on that is it actually is an important point. You cannot tie up the president in civil or criminal proceedings during his presidency or punish him after the fact for things that are actually part of his official duties. Otherwise, you're going to end up with partisan attacks on every president for, well, our state made that illegal, so the president did it as part of his responsibilities in office, but we're going to charge him for a crime.
Hate fact.
This was just the part where Palpatine changes the Republic into an empire.
There is more reason for presidential immunity for official acts than there is for any exemption Congress people write into laws to protect them from the laws they write to limit and hinder everybody else.
It's
Free speech for me, but not for thee.
Well, yeah.
Are you like a little leprechaun, Six?
He's a little Hispanic, part Jewish, occasionally Australian leprechaun.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Very
He's one of the
right-wing
little people.
very right-wing justices has given their preferred leader, he gave 3 of them their lifetime appointments, a chance to escape justice. It is comical to think that the case needed to be stalled or delayed first of all. Nothing the ex-president did to try to overthrow the government and remain in power on a series of lies after the November 2020 election, and specifically on January 6, 2021, is subject to any immunity under any theory. As with many of the theories of this version of the Supreme Court, the 6 conservatives just made something up to get the decision they wanted.
Uh-huh.
For the record,
I'm gonna just spitballing here. If he actually believed even a tenth of what he said, then constitutionally he would have been obligated to take exactly the actions he did as an officer of the U.S. government and the head of the executive branch. So now you're saying that by doing things he would have been officially obligated to do in his office and defending the Constitution, he should be prosecuted for it?
he is constitutionally mandated to be gullible.
I see. It's only say he's only allowed to defend the Constitution when I agree with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. The law does not discriminate between the president and a private citizen because the president does not stand exempt from the general provisions of the Constitution, including the Sixth Amendment's guarantee that those accused shall have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses for their defense a subpoena could issue.
You know what? I have a feeling it would not surprise me in the least if this guy got pulled over and he tried pulling that sovereign citizen shit.
Yeah,
I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he believes in just, voting not guilty for all cases, so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The next Sixth Amendments.
Right. This is the law. It says what we have always believed. The president is like the rest of us. You break the law while in office, you get indicted and tried for your alleged crimes. You enjoy the protections
while in office, you get impeached. If you get convicted, you can be banned from office again, and then you can be subject to additional criminal charges. That's the law.
You're just talking nonsense, Will. I don't know anything that you're saying. All You enjoy the protections of the Bill of Rights. That's it. Hire a good lawyer. This court, despite citing this language, went in some other direction that is political, not legal. For example, even though they reference the framers over and over in their decision, the framers did not ever use the word presidential immunity.
Oh my God.
No, but I'm still pretty certain that those 6 justices know the law and the Constitution a whole heck of a lot better than our author.
And a lot of things have changed since the founding fathers were there. They've changed many laws. They've changed many ways that they hold elections. You can't say that everything is going to be exactly the same.
Even the founding fathers would not have countenanced tying the president's hands through malicious and spurious criminal and civil prosecutions.
Laws are derivative of the Constitution. If they are not derivative of the Constitution, they go to the Supreme Court and are taken away. That means that there's going to be language that shows up in the laws that is not in the Constitution.
I think they did anticipate presidents being charged, with spurious charges, and that's why they didn't say you can't be president if you've been found guilty of something.
Yeah,
because that's also why they made and this drives me nuts because everybody keeps talking about impeachment being a political proceeding and a political process. It is not. It is, by definition of the Constitution, a criminal process.
I mean, the first
which
thing...
also means that, in theory, the stuff for which he is acquitted under impeachment would then fall under double jeopardy for the states of the federal government trying to prosecute after the fact.
There's no presidential immunity in the U.S. Constitution. These 6 justices created this concept today. That phrase does not appear in the document. Oh, I would love to hear this guy's take on Roe v. Wade. As Justice Ketanji, all right, spelled her name wrong, Brown Jackson wrote.
Yeah, that wasn't it Ketanji or something like that?
In fairness, who cares?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure getting a black person's name wrong is white supremacy.
I'll worry about getting her name right as soon as she can tell me what is a woman.
Incidentally, Jumanji Jackson would be an awesome name.
Oh, I want to see that movie starring Samuel L. Jackson.
This summer, Jumanji Jackson.
These justices are not originalists. They don't believe in originalism or textualism. They do believe in racism, sexism, and white supremacy. Trump is that for them. They will make something up just to try to help his agenda. The thing fans of this decision don't get is, this ex-president will be out of office soon, and out of the public realm. In the
Oh, what you don't know.
Should we tell him?
Are you sure he hasn't taken a trip down the road since the election?
Oh, I would love to see what these guys' articles are like now after the election.
I'm just thinking this person's got some severe scar tissue issues.
In the future, though, there will be other presidents who might deserve to be criminally prosecuted. In this case, a naked partisan power grab mucks it up. This is the foundation and the path to dictatorship and authoritarian rule.
Gee, I wonder what this author thinks about Joe Biden.
Presidents can still be criminally prosecuted. There's a process for it. And if it's actually something that is within the role and authority of their office, then it's a no.
All this shit wouldn't even be an issue if they weren't so hate-bunnered and hell-bent on keeping this man out of office. They did all the stuff that they did and brought up all the stuff that they did, and now, well, hey, this author has something to complain about.
And
in chat, would be first in line if there was an official job called the presidential ball cupper.
And in chat, Tier is saying that Jumanji Brown is a black porn star. Moon, why don't you use your powers for good and find a picture of her? All right.
Jumanji Brown, got it.
All right.
I'm imagining like a bikini made of like pelts.
Oh my God. Okay. I shit you not. If you actually do a search for Jumanji Brown, the very first thing it says is Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Wow, she got her start in porn?
Wow.
Oh my God. I guess so.
Well played, internet.
Yep.
Damn.
That's so funny.
Man, I want to find some porn, and I just keep getting Supreme Court cases. Right. It is doubtful many Americans even know what this decision means. It is that comical. The 9.
It's doubtful that you know what the decision means.
Yes, once again, thanks for the parentheses showing that what the number 9 is. Justices are unelected. The 6 who voted for this nonsense function behind a fortress. That is why
I feel attacked here. Just hearing there's some subtext. I'm feeling there's some coding going on here. My number station is flaring up here. I think
if there was subtext involved, I'd be feeling very attacked too.
I'm surprised the author didn't put 3 parentheses around the word 6.
I am fully expecting at the end of the article it just says "fuck you 6."
Okay,
Yeah.
My safe search is completely on and it blurs images. So I did Jumanji Brown porn star as a search term in Google Images. The second result says Jumanjiz. So apparently there's a porn called Jumanjiz.
What you know, Moon, you need to get like the chat GPT and type that in as a prompt.
Then we're gonna get a photo of Robin Williams doing something that we don't want to see.
Right. Jack, how did you know
himself?
How did you know that was the prompt that I used to get the guys with the swords and the cars and the ice cream?
Apparently, there's a website called VR Conk, and that's where Jumanji is. It's like VR bangers. There's VR.
Now, Moonshock, I want you to check this website. Does it have a movie called Boss Nigger in it?
Boss Nigger. Okay, let me take a look at that one. Boss Nigger.
That's.
Oh wait, there does. 1974, the year I was born. And it's got a white guy on it. Say what?
Maybe it's
I hear they call him boss.
Maybe it's boss, comma nigger.
Okay, this is an IMDb page I'm looking at right now. It's called Boss Nigger, and it's got
it just brings you to the IMDb.
Okay, there's the movie poster. It had the white guy in the background with the black guy in the front. So it's like part devil, part legend, all man.
All right. That is why the path forward is to ignore their rulings. I agree. We should ignore Brown v. Board. Bring back segregation. All right. Trash them in endless.
Jumanji Brown starring in Womb Raider.
Trash them in endless editorials. They are Roger Taney times 6. He's really got it out for you, 6. John John Roberts, the leader of this court, is the worst Chief Justice ever. There was a Chief Justice who once, allowed segregation and slavery and whatever. All right. But judges should still cite their rulings and write that their rules and precedents and then tell the public why it doesn't apply. But, if it doesn't apply, then what's the point of ignoring it? I don't know. Here are some suggestions. The court's standard on presidential immunity is incoherent. The court's standard on presidential immunity is inconsistent with the U.S. Constitution, or the court's standard on presidential immunity is dangerous and cannot be obeyed. It is just plain ignorant.
This guy is obsessed, man. Shit.
All 3 of those determinations are outside the authority of an inferior court.
Just give it up.
President Joe Biden has already given a statement on the decision. He condemned it, and it is a terrible decision. Only partisan.
Of course he did. Fucking dumb shit.
Yes, and as we know from Joe, no one is above the law. Only partisan hacks, MAGA folks, and intellectually vacant people think this decision is rooted in the law. It isn't. It is as bad as Dred Scott in principle. It is as bad as Bowers v. Hardwick, Johnson v. McIntosh, and the Dobbs case that overturned Roe v. Wade. I'm going to go vomit now.
It's as bad as Pennsylvania versus Mims. Actually, that one's worse.
So I'm going to interpret I'm going to go vomit now is code for fuck you 6.
Oh, he has it out for you, bud. But look at it this way, man. You have your own amendment.
I do.
Yeah.
What does it do, though? Let me take the Sixth Amendment.
Yeah. Oh,
Right, legal counsel.
It's something about guacamole.
Speedy and public trial.
Fuck yeah.
Impartial jury, notice of accusation.
Wait, 6, Speedy Gonzalez, Mexico. Huh?
Oh, see, it's all connected.
Epa, andale. Oh.
What, baby?
I said the same thing.
All right. Well, with the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only boobs.
Boobs.
And that is the Caption Contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure event and the chat comes up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best I'll tweet out after the show. So this week we got the arrest of good old Luigi Spicy Meatball, whatever his last name is.
Okay, I haven't been paying attention to this case at all because I really don't care. It is. I've heard it on both sides. One side is like there's this big conspiracy saying that all of his shit was like invented to protect some political figure, or like they're trying to railroad this guy like he's innocent or something.
I know
there is some stuff that looks highly questionable.
All of the left has boners for them, men and women. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Get your hands.
Because he murdered a CEO in cold blood.
Get your hands
Am I the
off my
only one
penis.
Who doesn't give a shit?
Yeah.
I mean, the murdered CEO is just another name amongst the billion other names that I don't give a shit about when they get killed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad they caught someone who committed a murder, but you know, it's not that huge a deal, right? Let's see. Get your hands off my penis. I'm a Luigi. Run Mario. Let's see. Assembling covers because I decided to come into work today despite almost nothing to do here. All right. The Jews committed the Holocaust.
Okay.
That's one Frosted's voting for.
I kind of like that one too. So.
No, I like Tears so far. The reference is very good.
Enjoying a meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
Succulent Chinese meal. I see you know your judo well.
Let's see. I cook the pizza. Would you like talk to me about your car's extended warranty?
I cook the pizza.
It's so stupid.
I love that one.
I just like the idea of him screaming it desperately. I cook the pizza.
I think the hand jobs one is the next one that you were at.
Wait, save the hand jobs till we get inside.
Excuse me. Are you not reading them anymore, Frosted?
Hold on.
I can take over from if you want. You're on James Collins.
Excuse me, princess. Call me Garrett Hedlund. Oh, call me Garrett Hedlund.
Hey, that's my line.
Let's see.
He's about to ship you overnight to Garrett Hedlund's house.
Oh, that would be a dream come true.
How did you know he was my roommate?
Ooh, really?
Let's see. Wait, save the hand
Where
jobs
do you
tweet.
think I got the nutmeg?
I was framed. Does my insurance cover dropping the soap in the shower? I'm a upsetty spaghetti.
I'm upsetty spaghetti.
Help me, Dylan Mulvaney. You are my only hope. This isn't game over. I have a 1-up. All right, well, I think I'll cut it off there because we have a bunch.
I cook the pizza. That's
I cook the pizza.
I cook the pizza.
I'm sorry. I cook the pizza. That one is the winner.
Maybe, but when you compound it with the picture itself, I got to go with the Run Mario. Run Mario.
All right. So is Will the only one not going with cook at the pizza?
Probably.
Well, the way that his mouth is shaped like that, he almost looks like a long E. So he's at the pizza party. Like, I go get a pizza.
All right. Let's see. Hold on. I need to step away for a second. Jack, can you take over for a minute?
Well, fuck. What do you want from me?
Dance, Jack, dance.
Dance for the good people.
Talk about Boss Nigger. All right.
Boss nigga. Tier says, congratulations, Hellcat. He hasn't won yet. The official vote hasn't been tallied. Let's see.
Well, we're at least 4-1, 3-1, 4-1 right now. That's kind of tallied.
Yeah, it's. I won't lie. It doesn't look good for anyone other than Johnny Hellcat. But who knows? Could be a truck full of ballots coming in.
Come on.
It's like 1:45 a.m. on November 6th.
Come on.
Well,
I always find that the shorter comments tend to do much better at this particular game.
Usually.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania hasn't reported yet, neither is Georgia. I hear that a whole bunch of ballots just came in the back door.
And Maricopa County, let's not even get started with them.
They haven't started counting yet. A little slower than them.
I wonder if they're still. I haven't checked in a while. I wonder if they're still counting the votes.
Last I heard, California still was.
Holy Jesus. There's something very, very wrong in our country today.
Every day.
All right, I'm back.
An expert have been in back doors.
I don't know what it is.
Jack, stop trying to take over my show. All right. Okay. All right. And now for our third article. I got bad news because now with Trump in office, dating is going to be harder.
Oh, joy.
Boy.
Because now that Republicans will control all branches of government, dating will get tougher.
I thought dating was just getting harder because you had to deal with all the people who claimed they were women when they weren't.
I forgot to announce.
Gee whiz.
I forgot to.
Dating's gonna get harder. Oh well.
I did forget to announce the winner, but I think that was Johnny Hellcat.
Yeah.
There.
With I cook a pizza.
I cook a pizza.
I cook
80% of the vote.
It's like, Dog Day Afternoon or something. I cook a pizza. I cook a pizza. To the crowd.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Here's how men need to adapt their dating strategy under a second Trump term.
Oh, wait, hold up. Here. Michael Chief. Oh, he's not going to have a picture, unfortunately. Still going to look.
Why do I think he's either going to be going for embracing the openly homosexual or embracing the more covertly homosexual of trans women?
What does this say?
Well, here we are.
Oh, seriously? This guy's book is called The Uncensored Guide on How to Attract and Be Loved by Whammons. You dipshit.
While being a huge fag.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I think he's put out there uncensored are the selfies that he sent to minor children.
God, what a fag.
I wonder if there's a book out there, How to Be a Fag.
How do you know that was the alternate title?
So Moonshock, is Whammons capitalized or not capitalized?
How to Be a Fag, the Moonshock story.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Some of you, like me, are in a shocked daze as the United States has plunged itself into one of the worst possible timelines.
Oh my God, we went through 4 years of Trump, and guess what? We were doing really well. There you go.
Some of you are happy with this outcome from having been brainwashed by blatant Fox News propaganda that would put even North Korean government officials to shame.
Bro, Fox News sucks when it comes to that shit, so don't even start with me.
You know, somebody who's never watched Fox News, yours truly.
I'm not here to pointlessly debate anything about Trump and his policies. Too late for that. As a men's dating coach...
No, you're going to pointlessly complain about it.
As a men's dating coach, I'm here to give you a warning of how this outcome will affect the dating landscape in the United States, and how you might need to adapt as a man attracted to women.
It is a good idea.
Thank you, Terry. All right. Step 1. Let's talk about abortion. With the bad guys controlling the executive, judicial, and legislative. As of this writing, the Republicans have won the Senate, but the House is still up in the air. Yeah, bad news for you guys. We got the House too.
Well, yeah, but then they chose the speaker, and it's just shit.
Yeah, it's always a rhino. Branches of our government. Roe v. Wade will absolutely not be reinstated for at least another 4 years or longer.
It's outside the purview and the authority of the federal government in the first place. That's what Dobbs is all about. This is a bad decision. It's not within the authority of the federal government.
That's what our friend Jack Cochran would call hate facts. While abortion will still be an available option in some states, there is still a nationwide sense of insecurity in women regarding bodily autonomy due to the overall political climate. Even if you live in a blue state where the government couldn't tell you anything about what you could or couldn't do with your body, if there's a red state right next to you with very different laws regarding that, you're still going to feel a sense of fear and dread.
Because somebody from the red state with no jurisdiction in your blue state's going to somehow kidnap you and put you on trial for doing something that's completely legal in your blue state, if a violation of the Constitution.
Well, somebody on the red state border would just kind of stand there and look at you angrily, or throw things like rocks or.
Can we throw all of our illegals at them instead?
Operation Human Shield.
Operation Avocado Toss.
And if a woman happens to live in a state where abortion is illegal, she's likely going to fear having sex a hell of a lot more, especially if she doesn't have the means to go somewhere else. This is exactly what this...
This is exactly nobody is stopping you from going to these beloved blue states. I think the problem arises is that you want to be in the red state to quote unquote influence the politics or culture, and you'd like to do what you'd like to do with impunity if this state just doesn't have those laws that are particularly friendly to what you have in mind. Well, that makes you a sad panda. Sad panda.
Sad panda. This is exactly what the slut-shaming bad guys wanted. They wanted to control women and shut down their sexual agency through fear and oppression, and they succeeded. However, this doesn't just mean that women will be more reluctant about having sex. It also means they will be more reluctant about having sex with you.
Correction, crazy women will have more reluctance having sex.
Let's also talk about contraception.
Ooh.
The bad guys won't just stop there. They aim to make it harder for women to access contraception. Whether or not contraception availability and cost will actually be affected by Republican control of the federal government, there still exists a very legitimate concern and insecurity about it.
They may not make any laws about this or put any restrictions in place, but we still have good reason to fear. Paranoid much?
Again,
he's literally standing on the border, shaking his fist and pointing menacingly as he's standing there 150 feet away in the red state. He's standing there with the finger, the wagging, the avocado. Great.
Again, this doesn't just mean that women will be more reluctant about having sex. It also means they will be more reluctant about having sex with you. Macro and micro strategies. Because of all these political shifts, we need to adapt our game in order to connect with the modern American woman. The macro strategy here to take here is twofold. Number 1, vote in all future elections, both local and national, in a way that aims to undo this damage, and to spread the message so that others will vote against oppression as well. Changing society on a systemic level is necessary so that women as a whole feel freer. 2, actually become liberal in your views, so that all of your expressions and behavior reflect a sincere empathy toward women. This will help women understand that they don't have to be so on guard around you. All right, so...
Sorry, I may have had some traumatic brain injuries and everything, but I'm not actually retarded, so no.
So to get women, become a completely different person. All right. As for the micro strategy you should take, you will want to communicate a stronger emphasis on valuing safer sex. Make it abundantly clear that you always use condoms, and that not using condoms is akin to murder to you. For example...
So wait, hold on. Is this author's entire article just saying, if you want to date women in the future, you should become a Democrat?
Yeah.
A liberal, sorry.
So does that mean I have to pose for all my pictures with my mouth wide open, staring off into space?
Last I checked, all the people who have massive families and aren't living alone are Republicans.
But women are all scared to death right now. So, for example, you can tell the following kind of story to demonstrate this value. My friend was telling me about this guy she was hooking up with the other day, and she said that he tried to convince her to have sex with him without a condom. Can you believe that? In 2024? I can't believe there are still people who would be so stupid about that kind of stuff these days. I told her to ghost the idiot because not using a condom is just so barbaric. Damn. If a woman's not sliding out of her chair after hearing that, I don't know what's gonna work.
This guy sounds like a male feminist, if you know what I mean.
It's the kind of guy that would take a picture with his mouth wide open, staring off into space.
Yeah.
Sounds
some
like
guys,
the kind of guy that attacks women.
And some guy's balls being dipped in that open mouth. Right. This is already an existing strategy within pickup artist literature, but it's become more relevant than ever in the US now. And it should go without saying that you need to walk the walk. Actually care about safer sex and using contraception. Actually care about women's health. Our fight is not over. Alright, so there you go. Just become a completely different person, use a condom, and make up stories about other people who don't exist.
I'm fairly sure that our fight is not over is code for fuck you 6.
Yeah, probably. It's not said implicitly this time, but I think it's in the subtext. All medium authors.
It's fuck you 6 coded. I'm sure of it. Codes are never wrong.
All right. And now, time for our final game. And that is...
Yay!
Poe or No Gender Edition. Where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll even give you a short description of each one.
It's his favorite game.
I'm sure he's with us in spirit.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Crikey.
All right. Gender A. Luigi gender. Xenogender related to the character Luigi from the Super Mario video game franchise. All right. Gender B. Discord fluid. Xenogender which is fluid depending on whether one is on Discord or not.
Oh, God.
Oh, I thought that Discord fluid is what you had to tap off so you keep getting your messages.
Gender C. Ghost shark gender.
I like that one.
Xenogender related to ghost sharks or sharks and ghosts. There. And I'll start a poll so the chat can get in on it. And don't forget one of the options that they're all real.
No, Kyler, fetish, mental illness fetish.
Okay, so A feels like a misdirect because it's like, oh well, that's in the news, so I feel.
Yeah,
like
my first thought was A, and then it's like no. He actually found Luigi gender to support that because of Luigi, not made it up because of Luigi.
So
then again, maybe he probably anticipated us thinking that.
Oh, he definitely anticipated us thinking.
And it's a double bluff.
I'm gonna go with the nutmeg choice, which is B, Discord fluid.
I'm going to say that Frosted gave the double bluff of double bluffs, and I'm gonna say it's A.
I'm going with Ghost Shark gender just because.
See, I'm thinking that he's thinking 3 bluffs ahead instead of 2. So I'm thinking that A is probably real. And the ghost shark gender I want to be real. So I'm gonna go with B.
You're officially the Fluffmeister and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm starting to lose some steam, so I
feel like we're kind of getting into the back and forth with like the Princess Bride situation. Lidocaine powder.
Yeah.
You're kidnapped what I have rightfully stolen.
All right, and 6, which one are you going with?
So I'm going to go with the nutmeg choice, which is Discord fluid.
All right, and Will?
Oh, I'm going with B.
All right, let's see. Chat is going all real, followed by B.
Sorry.
Give it a few more
Would have
seconds.
known that I had not a fool. Could have counted on it. So clearly, I cannot choose the one in front of you.
But you know that man, you have studied, and in studying, you have figured out that man is mortal. So So you would put the glass as far from yourself as possible.
So I can clearly not choose the goblin
in front of me.
It's like your what does he say? Your intellect is dizzying.
But you
Truly
forgot to
have a
never
dizzying
go against
intellect.
the Sicilian
Yes.
when death is on the line.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like the chat went with all real. All right. And the answer is they're all real.
Oh, you bastard!
You absolute faggot.
I triple bluffed you.
Okay, I got to see some flags. If that first one isn't like
they were all poisoned.
Okay, this is how I would imagine the Luigi gender flag. It would have like his white and green outfit with like white and green stripes in the back, or a gradient of such. If it's not, I'm very disappointed. Or maybe even a gold coin for that matter.
Both goblets were poisoned, as were the swords, the dagger, and the princess's wig.
I can go with that one. That one is believable. But the shit stripe in the middle doesn't make any sense, but I guess.
The skid mark, yeah. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and here's Discord Fluid, which is pretty lazy.
Probably gonna, lazy. You at least put the frickin' badge, the logo, for crying out loud.
And but the Ghost Shark one is kind of cool looking.
Ooh, I like
that one.
Okay.
What? Son just called me gay.
Well, I mean,
Ain't saying anything we don't already know.
Well, the way that I said that almost reminds me of Can't Hardly Wait. Someone either called me a fag.
All right. That's... But of course, we also
wait, what's that video? What's the video where the guy who dresses up as I dressed up as a woman to see how people would treat me differently.
Yeah,
calls him
it turns out women get called faggot a lot. All right. But we also have Poe or No Too Retarded for TV, where I give you a gender that's too retarded for you guys to think I made it up, but also too retarded not to share.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And this week's gender is...
That's weird.
Marion Coffer Lexic.
I love
okay.
Xenogender related to the German word Marienkoffer, which means ladybug.
Oh my god.
German always has to be shouted. And there's the flag for it.
Genau.
Oh, for crying out loud. That's almost a cutesy flag.
Not just ladybugs, but German ladybugs.
Uh-huh.
Is that a swastika?
Yes, all those Nazi ladybugs out there.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of the little black spots, they have little swastikas on them.
Fraulein bugs.
All right. And now for our final article, which I'm not going to give you the title of.
Can I at least see the author to look them up? They, them?
Well, you gotta figure that this is the titular article for the stream, so I'm really thinking about having technical difficulties.
If you did Cat Congress, you son of a bitch! Oh my god!
All right. Well, here's
this article is.
Here's the author's name.
Or nay.
Tom Barrett. Thank you. Let me see.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Yeah, I mean, he came up right away when you put in. Okay, Tom Barrett. Does he have any pictures?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
None that are safe for work.
This guy's got some freaking jowls like you'd never believe.
Yeah. Oh, he was in Jumanji's.
Jumanji, yeah. Oh god, he's even from my state of Michigan. You son of a bitch.
All right.
Oh god. Okay. Now, before we even start, Frosted, Tell me that this motherfucker doesn't look like the living embodiment of freaking fucking the guy that lives next to Peter Griffin.
Giggity.
Yes, him.
Oh,
Quagmire.
Quagmire,
I mean,
yeah.
he does have a very giant jaw. Like
Yes.
it looks photoshopped.
No, every single picture of
yeah.
him that you do an image search
Your
of
turn.
looks like that.
He
He
looks
has
like
a large jaw.
he looks
If he
like
ever
he likes
like,
to piss off bees for fun.
if he ever went down on a woman, he would swallow her whole. I don't know.
When he goes down, he goes down.
All right, but now for our final article. First published in 1843, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol has gone on to sell over 30 million copies and has not been out of print since its release, which for context is about 10 million more than Pride and Prejudice. Extolling the values of charity and the importance of family, it is unsurprising that this novella has seen over 500 different adaptations across the past nearly 2 centuries, from graphic novels, musicals, and plays to films such as Mickey's Christmas Carol, The Muppets' Christmas Carol, and even Barbie in A Christmas Carol. But what if I told you there is more than meets the eye? Certainly the novella is much darker than Mickey or the Muppets would have you believe. Ironically, A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey portrays the darker elements of the story and flopped at the box office. But it goes deeper even than that. There is, within this novella, a great deal of evidence that warrants a queer reading of Scrooge, starting with his relationship with the deceased Jacob Marley.
Oh no.
Oh shit, are you talking about codes? Oh. All right, let's do it.
No.
In life, I
Marley
was...
was dead
Give me
to
some
begin
codes,
with.
Frosted. I want to hear the
He's
codes.
not gay.
In life,
Code
I
me,
was
bro.
your
Code
partner.
me.
Scrooge is described as being Marley's sole friend and sole mourner. Given that homosexual activity had been illegal for approximately 300 years by this point in history.
No, it's because they're pricks and nobody likes them.
I coded the pizza.
Gay people do like pricks. It not surprising that a queer character like Marley would have no mourners. He has no wife or children, and any other family refused to associate with him.
He
Even
has
in
no
de-
wife or children because he wouldn't spend money for them.
He's an asshole. They're assholes. They end up alone. That's kind of one of the major themes of the story is if you're an asshole to everybody, you end up alone.
And the thing saying nobody mourns your passing, they cheer for it.
Even in death, Marley is loyal to Scrooge, with his ghost commenting, "I have sat invisible beside you many and many a day." Marley remains at Scrooge's side. Though
In death,
Scrooge
he's
cannot...
trying to warn Scrooge because he doesn't want Scrooge to suffer the same fate that he had.
Yeah, because they're butt buddies. All right. Marley remains at Scrooge's side, though Scrooge cannot see him. And when he realizes that Scrooge can see him, he desires to give Scrooge a chance and hope to alter the fate that awaits him in the afterlife if he does not change his queer ways and join a family unit.
Ebenezer, you must screw your employee and his kid.
I am
Then
the
you
go-
can
No
be happy.
friendship. Only
I am
gay.
I am the ghost of faggot future. It may be too late for Scrooge to have his own children, but in becoming a second father to Tiny Tim and fulfilling the role of the traditionally straight male, he redeems his queerness and thus becomes saved. There it stood, years afterwards, above the warehouse door, Scrooge and Marley.
Wait, hold on. So your only evidence for this entire claim is that he was friends with Jacob Marley. That's
no.
it.
They were obviously a couple. Yeah, they liked each other and they weren't married.
You're so desperate that you didn't even consider the possibility that maybe they were actual friends
Oh, you see,
or
Jack,
business
codes.
partners.
Codes,
Yeah,
Jack.
they were business
It's-
partners.
It's about the codes, Jack. Codes.
This author has had too much brain damage from overly vigorous blowjobs.
Yeah, because Scrooge was an ass. Scrooge was an asshole, and there's nothing a gay man loves more than an asshole.
Which is why this author's
but sometimes dicks fuck pussies too.
And it is not just Marley who is queer-coded. When Scrooge sees the future, he overhears a charwoman, I don't know if that's Old English or just misspelling chairwoman, ask of him why he was not natural in his lifetime, commenting that if he had been natural, then he'd have had somebody to look after him. This is then reiterated by Mrs. Dibber, who says that his unnaturalness was a judgment on him. The concept of homosexuality as being unnatural was pervasive in Victorian England, with most people using the phrase as a euphemism to avoid speaking overtly about it, especially given that the word homosexual had not entered the English language at this point. Furthermore, Scrooge never paints over Marley's name on their sign, though he has been dead for 7 years by the time the novella begins. He even answers to the name of Marley, as though he views the two of them to be one, like a married couple.
What? Wait, so you're citing evidence that he calls someone by their first name as evidence that they were gay?
Jack,
oh, sorry, Marley.
Would you care to get some nutbag, Jack?
But
Jack.
Yeah, sorry. Cite it. You're saying that he calls it by his last name.
I think they mean that Scrooge answers to the name of Marley. I don't know. I haven't read the book.
I don't remember that.
Was there a lot of like a gay raw dogging in like the Muppet version? I don't remember that part.
Zero. The point says he didn't paint over Marley's name because it was expensive to change the sign.
Indeed, neither Marley.
He's such a miser, he didn't want to spend what little coin it took to change the sign.
Indeed, neither Marley nor Scrooge marry. Their business partnership is their marriage, and Scrooge lives in Marley's old rooms, sleeping in Marley's old bed.
You're just so desperate to turn every single character into a homo, aren't you? Yeah. Everything you like is a homo. That's all this comes down to. Every single character you've ever liked is homosexual because you want to connect to it better because you're a shallow human being.
Are you telling me you don't believe in codes, Jack? Codes.
The subtext is all there, Jack. You just have to read.
And
the subtext is there, all right. The subtext says this person is extremely shallow.
We see further evidence of his queerness in the exploration of his childhood. When Scrooge sees the boys from his school days, the narrator asks, why was he rejoiced beyond all bounds to see them? Why did his cold eye glisten and his heart leap up as they went past? Perhaps he remembers them for the unreciprocated love he had for them? That all the boys
Maybe he remembers the joyhood of youth and childhood and the energy and everything that he doesn't have in his old age.
I have a question for the author. Are men allowed to have friends and they not be gay together?
No, clearly he wants to
friends, only gay.
Clearly he wants to fuck some kids, so because he's gay. Okay.
Sick.
That all the boys left him out is a sign that they recognized and disliked the queerness they sensed within him, which is what drove him to spend all his time alone reading, escaping into worlds where anything is possible, such as being queer. We also learned that he had a strained relationship with his father, who sent him away to boarding school with no explanation. Perhaps he, like the boys, sensed the queer potential in his son. Okay, this is basically Anakin from the prequels.
Because boarding school is exactly the kind of thing that somebody in that society that was just well enough to do would have done.
Later, when we see Scrooge as an apprentice, we see he has a curious relationship with Dick Wilkins, whose name is no coincidence here. Bless me, yes, there he is. He was very much attached to me, was Dick. Poor Dick. Besides the obvious...
You have the mind of a child. You have the mind of a child. You never got beyond adolescence. Obviously, you're mentally retarded. You should go to a special school, and they should keep you inside a glass jar.
Even children are more mature and mentally stable than this. I think I'm back to, I want to say it's one of Rotten's, it's either Rotten's or Mitch's, is the, what color is the sky and what flavor are the windows where you're from?
I'm guessing they're dick flavored. Besides the obvious...
this author, I think everything's probably dick flavored.
Besides the obvious double entendre of the name, Scrooge delights to see Dick most of all, and only remembers that the ghost is present when Dick has turned away from him. There's also Scrooge's view of heterosexual relationships to consider. He asks Fred why he got married, and scoffs at the idea of Fred falling in love with a woman, as if that were the only thing more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas. As a child...
He doesn't believe in love.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in love. He believes that essentially marriage made not for personal advancement, wealth, business advancement is a pointless waste. It's a taking away from you, not an adding to you. And guess what? He would have considered a gay relationship out of love with no economic benefit to be a waste too.
Yeah, that they cut out the part where he chides him for marrying and says, like, wouldn't you rather suck dick instead? As a child, he comments on the marriage of the princess in 1001 Nights, stating that the sultan's groom should not marry the princess, perhaps because he wants to marry him instead.
Oh, for crying out.
We see him in the past with his fiancée Belle, a woman, in just one short moment. But in that time we learn that he does not love her, and that, if they had not agreed to marry back when they were younger, and it was expected of them, he would not seek her out or try to win her. When the spirit goes on to show him a scene from Belle's life, it is a curious choice of timing, the day of Marley's death. Scrooge watches Belle with her daughter and husband, but it is not until the husband mentions, "His partner lies upon the point of death, I hear, and there he sat alone, quite alone in the world, I do believe," that Scrooge asks the spirit to be removed from the scene because he cannot bear it. Not seeing Belle with another man, but being reminded of the loss of Marley. So troubled by his grief, Scrooge attempts to snuff out the spirit's light and extinguish it. In the present, he is portrayed in the eyes of others as a disagreeable animal, a savage animal. Some people at Fred's Christmas party suggest that, when asked if Scrooge was a bear, the answer should have been yes. I am aware that bear was not used as a slang term for certain men in the gay community, and that his description does not match the way it is used, but of all the animals it amuses me that this one was chosen.
So this person's just doubling and tripling down on their own headcanon and talking about the story the way they want it to be.
Scrooge and Marley were breeding up in the office, and ever since then, Scrooge hated Christmas because the gays hate Christmas.
Frosted, you know that one of these days I'm going to hunt you down.
All right, I'll be on the second floor. Right. Every story needs conflict.
I can do stairs sometimes.
With love and family.
I'll crawl up them if I have to, damn it.
Every story needs conflict. With love and family being the heart of the tale, there needs to be a threat. And what better threat to the nuclear family than queerness? Villains of Victorian literature...
What better threat to the nuclear family than your kid is dying and you're too poor for the medical care he needs because you work for a skinflint?
Yeah, but what if there's a gay guy?
Well, is he going to help pay for the medical costs for your kid?
I don't know.
Codes, Will. The codes. One must always obey the codes.
Villains of Victorian literature have often been associated with the specter of homosexuality, and Ebenezer Scrooge is no different. The Victorian logic is simple. If we understand that the opposite to the future is the past, and the opposite to life is death, then we turn those into characters. Thus, the child family comes to symbolize the prospect of the future and of life, and the figure of the childless miser symbolizes death and the past. After all, the book begins with death. Marley was dead.
And the opposite of dick is vagina.
And therefore...
Ebony and ivory together in perfect harmony.
So if he weighs the same as a duck, then he's made of wood.
She's made of wood.
And therefore a fag.
A witch.
Queer-coded characters are often villainous or associated with death, usually as they serve an easy counterpoint to procreation. When Scrooge is shown the future, it is commented by thieves who have stolen his belongings that he had not profited anyone in life, but managed to profit them when dead, suggesting that the only positive thing a queer person can do is die and leave their resources to heterosexuals. Okay, I mean, that would be kind of based, but, yeah, I'm not sure that was Dickens' point.
We call it the straight tax.
Why can't all you gays just go die? Charles Dickens. Right.
I'd love to say, I'd love to have like Charles Dickens sitting here listening to this and be like, it's just a story.
I mean, so is Brokeback Mountain. Yeah.
The difference is Brokeback Mountain actually is a gay story, deliberately and admittedly so.
It's a gay story that needs no codes.
Furthermore, Scrooge's behavior is linked intrinsically to that of Tiny Tim. While Scrooge chooses to live his unnatural lifestyle, the child is destined to die. Yet when he changes, Tiny Tim lives. And it is not just Tiny Tim. Suddenly Scrooge, now having been frightened into heteronormativity, pats children on the head and treats all children as his own. There's also something curious about the final paragraph, in which Scrooge is described as living for the rest of his life upon the total abstinence principle.
Did I miss something? Did he after buying the goose and visiting the Cratchits, go out and get married and shag like crazy?
No, apparently he stopped having sex. I don't know. He loves children now? I'm not sure.
I mean, just doing the whole, he's out there and it's like, the spirits did it in one night. Where's the Bad Touch soundtrack?
Whilst this is often read as abstinence from selfishness or being mean-spirited, or a Dickensian pun on abstaining from alcoholic spirits versus abstaining from seeing the spirits who visited him, I read it differently. After all,
Scrooge just gave up on potatoes.
After all, Scrooge's entire life has been, to this point, one of abstinence, with his refusal to use much coal, to light his home, or to eat anything other than gruel. So what is he abstaining from? Well, the term abstinence is also associated with sexual activity. given that Scrooge becomes a father figure to Tiny Tim and integrates not just into Bob Cratchit's family, but also back into his own family via his nephew, perhaps what he is truly abstaining from is his queerness. Researching for this article led me, unsurprisingly, to find that I am not alone in spotting this. In 2012...
Yeah, there's this whole website of people called Medium, and all of them agree with you.
Because they love codes.
I saw this movie called Jumanji's. In 2000... In 2012...
Elon Musk, world's richest man.
In 2012, Richard Knight Jr. and Peter Neville released Scrooge and Marley, a comedic retelling of A Christmas Carol in which Scrooge and Marley are explicitly portrayed as lovers.
In other words, they pandered to your headcanon so you like it and ran with it.
All right. Bam.
I would like to add that if you found something interesting you may like, is code for Fuck You 6.
Most likely.
Yeah.
And also being gay.
With nutmeg. Lots and lots of nutmeg.
I think this one had more avocados than nutmeg.
There.
Well, there you have it. Scrooge is a raging homo. But he learned not to be. Which is really the important part. Alright. Well, that's all I have for tonight, gentlemen, so I'll take a moment to shill my co-hosts and guest. Let's see. I Like Boobs has Games with Terry on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. What game are you playing right now?
Well, we're finishing up Edna and Harvey the Breakout, but after that, TBD.
Alright. Let's see. Moon has his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as avocados.
I
definitely not as good as nutmeg.
I got a free key for Path of Exile 2, so I've been playing that game. It is an early access, so lots of other people have paid for it. Those of us that paid ridiculous sums of money to support the first game, we got free keys for it. So I've been playing that exclusively. I do plan on streaming tomorrow sometime. I'm not sure when, but those in my Discord, just keep an eye out for an announcement. Or people that have an announcement for Twitch or whatever, just keep an eye out for that. But
Hoser, eh?
Yeah, it'll either be actually I do plan on streaming both tomorrow and Sunday, and then again on Monday, of course. So either way, if you want to watch me play Path of Exile 2, I'll be playing that. And of course, we did start a new season of 7 Days on Wednesdays with Sun in the group. So
I mean, you'd think they'd just make 7 Days 2 by this point. But
seeing that it's been in it was in alpha for 15 years almost.
Man.
I mean,
they only just went gold recently on that. And or is it still in beta now?
No, it's 1.2 now. They're at
1.2 now.
Yeah, they just released a patch. Yeah, we played it on Wednesday, dude. You know that.
Yeah, it's just version slipped my mind.
Anything you want to shill, Six?
I write books. If you would like to buy these books, message me. I'll gladly give you a link to these books.
You could put the link in chat if you want.
Six is here. Buy my book. Buy my book.
I assume all the characters in your book are gay.
Yeah, they're all super gay, and the coding is quite clear because there's plenty of avocados and nutmeg and
the code 6, the codes.
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
And every 4 chapters, he tells himself to F off.
Yeah.
All right. And anything you'd like to show, Will?
Well, we're going to have the Watching Paint Dry show over on my Twitch channel tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern, provided that my joints cooperate.
Well, pot or? Yeah. Okay.
It's the stairs issue, man. The stairs issue.
Be even harder if you're on pot.
Arthritis, not even once.
Stairs.
All right. Well, we should be back next week at the usual times, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll
Why
see.
wasn't that on the stairs? Why wasn't that in the air?
Well, hopefully I'll be a little bit more talkative too. So I'm still at the edge of this cold, so it still got me.
So you don't
More
get rid of your-
talkative?
Shut your damn mouth, son. I was like 50% of this whole stream I was active, and then all of a sudden it just went.
Say
Yeah, I know.
boom.
The second half was much faster.
Fuck off.
He does a bump of meth before the show, and it wears off. Yeah.
Yes.
He's got to get that good finish meth.
Oh my god. Can we please end this so I can go to bed?
You know what gives you a quick burst of energy?
If you start talking fucking Elon Musk, I'm gonna beat all of you.
Gay sex.
Oh god. End it already, would you?
All right. So, we'll see you guys next week.
Good night.
Bye all.
Boy.